Yep, okay, brilliant. So the first thing we do is just to start by marching you out. Just start with a nice little march, like that, just walking on the spot. And then as you're walking, I just want you to look from left to right. Nice and easy, nice and steady. Just mobilizing through the neck. 3, and we're going to do 10 times on each side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then point your fingers to the floor, straighten your arms, keep the march going. And I just want you to shrug your shoulders up, back and round in a big circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then reel them forward. 10 again. I'm just going to change the view here so I've got a better view of you as you're working. There we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then just place your thumbs at waist height and then just fly the arms back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then bring the arms across, hug it in, and let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And change it over. 1, 2, 3, that's it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good stuff. And then I just want you to stop and just turn your elbows up at 90 degrees. Put one palm down whilst the other palm's up. And we're just going to alternate sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out, shake it out. That's good stuff. Just my watch. And then what I want you to do is just reach out with your fingertips. Turn your right thumb up and back and your left thumb down and back. And we're going to alternate contour directionally. So let's wake you up first thing in the morning. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake out the hands again. That's it. And then we're just going to sway from side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's it, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it up. How are you feeling as you're going through each of these now? Is everything feeling okay as you're moving through? Yeah, good stuff. So take your hand, place it on the outside of your leg, take your other hand. I'm just going to tip up and over. Breathe as you go. As we're working through these mobilization moves, just let me know if anything feels tight or uncomfortable. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, that's good, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then I'm just going to rotate now. So just standing up nice and tall, that's it. 2, 3, 4, try and keep your hips as square on as you can. 5, how's this feeling as you're going through that? Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so the next thing we're going to hinge from the hips. So what I want you to do on this one is just make sure that your back's nice and flat and you're just moving from there. So this point here, the hinge point here is from the hips. So what I want you to do, nice and smooth, just as if you're passing something forward, and take your hips back. That's it, and just do 10 of those. 1, so straighten your legs a little bit more. So it's not so much a squat as a hinge, just sticking your bum out basically. That's better. 3, 4, you should feel your hamstring stretch. Keep that going. 5, 7, 8, 9, that's it, and 10. Good stuff. Right, next thing we're going to do now is we're going to get down on the floor. I'm going to work through some hip mobility moves. Now this little routine is a really good routine for just, especially as we do a lot of work, you know, sitting down, back problems. A lot of back problems come from immobility through the hips and a lack of strength in the core. So what we're going to do with this little routine is really work on strengthening and mobilizing this area here. So you start to develop a little bit more control over what's going on down here, a little bit more mobility down here, a little bit more strength down here, which means hopefully that the lower back won't be worked quite so hard, and it should hopefully help a little bit with the problems that you have with your lower back and your hips and your sciatica and things like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is start nice and simple by lying down on the floor on your side. I'm just going to adjust my screen so I can see you a little bit better. There you go. Let's just go to that. All I want you to do is lie down on your side, like this. That's perfect. And just push down with your top arm, bend your knees to 90 degrees, rest. So what you've got there is your knees are bent at 90. That's it. Your heels are in line with your hips. Your knees are sort of bent out at 90 degrees there. So it's a bit like a sort of 45 degrees at the hips. If you drew a straight line, there'd be sort of 45 degrees from there to there, and this is about 90 degrees. Push down with this top hand really quite hard. Keeping the heels together, I just want you to open out the knees like that. That's it. And keep the heels together. I just want you to do this really smoothly. And I want you to do it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. 5, good stuff. 6, 7, and one more. 8. Excellent. Change it round and do the same thing on the other side. How did that feel going through that? Okay? Yeah. Same thing on the other side. So in this position again, push down with the heels of the hand, the heel of the hand rather, and open out the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So really feeling, what you're aiming for is a feeling of not so much the bigger glutes, but the medial glutes, the minimal glutes, the smaller muscles in there, the deeper lying hip muscles. That's what you want to feel working there. Can you feel that working okay? Yeah. Yeah? Brilliant. Okay, so once you've done 8 on each side of that, now we're going to go full Jane Fonda, lying on your side. All I want you to do is a side leg raise. So again with this, we're working the muscles the outside of the hip, pushing down with your top arm. What I want you to do is just point your toes forward and make sure that when the leg comes up, you're not pointing the toe up. We're going to do some variations with the toe up, but what I want you to do is 5 with the toes pointing forward like this. So you're going to go 1, that's it, 2, 3, nice and smooth, 4, and 5. Then the next 5, staying on this side, turn your toe down like that. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next 5, turn your toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. And then switch it around and do the same thing, but on the other side. So again, just line yourself up so you're lovely and straight. Push down with the top arm, point your toes directly forward, and then off you go. 1, so point the toes, 2, so you feel it here. 3, 4, 5, then just turn the toes down to the floor. 1, 2, 3, that's it, 4, 5, and then point the toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Okay, next thing we're going to do now, we're going to move into that sort of tabletop position. Now this is a really interesting move. On the face of it, it just seems a little bit about the glutes, but actually there's a lot going on with the core on this one. So this is all part of this mobility routine. These are donkey kicks. So in this position here, all I want you to do is stand with your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Make sure your back's lovely and flat. That's really important. And then all I want you to do is just keeping the knee bent at 90 degrees. Take the leg back and down. So what you want to do with that is also you can take this hand away. You don't have it there but to support, but really you want to stay as flat as you can. So you're not counterbalancing and tipping over to the side to keep steady. You want to really work the core, engage the core as you move the leg away. So we're going to do 8 of these. Okay, 1, that's it. Slowly does it. 2, 3, that's good. Keep going. 4, feel the glute work at the top. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. How did that feel? In the glutes? Good. That's what we're aiming for there. What you don't want to feel is anything in the lower back. That's really important. So I'm going to switch that around and do the same thing on the other side. And again, aim to feel it working in the glutes. Get those glutes working. Lovely flat back. Pull the belly button away from the floor and just bring the leg back like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. So again, this is a really nice one. When it gets a little tight there, just taking that focus down into the glutes, working the glutes, it just sort of takes the load off the back a little bit. Now, next thing we're going to do, it's a slightly indelicate one, this one, but basically it's called the fire hydrant because you look like a dog taking a leak, basically. Okay, so in this position here, again, lovely flat back. What I want you to try and do is really isolate the hip as you take it out to the side. And again, just try not to sort of shift your body position. Try and stay as flat as you can as you hook the leg up, or hitch it up to the side rather. And just do 8 of those on the left. Nice and smooth. Take all the momentum out of it. This is all about control. So it's nice and smooth. It's not a fast movement. It's you really keying in. That's it. Keep going. All the way to 8. And then once you've done 8, switch it around and do the same thing on the other side. So again, set yourself up, pull the belly button away from the floor and take the leg out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Next thing we're going to do, still a bit more time on the floor and on our hands and knees. We're going to do now just mobilising the hip in rotation. So we're going to do knee circles now. So in this position here, again, just really flatten the back. Just take the knee forward. It doesn't have to be a massive circle. I just want you to go, don't force it anywhere that's uncomfortable. Just 5 times, making little knee circles on the right leg, and then 5 times. So going forward first, not backwards. So bring the leg forward from the back of the body, bringing it towards the shoulders. So there, like that. That's it. And then once you've done 5, swap sides and do the same thing on the other side. That's it. Keep that going. 3, 4, 5. And then swap sides again, and this time bringing it the opposite direction. So you're going to open the hip out this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. And then once you've done that, we're going to come up to standing. Got some company there. Right, so the next thing we're going to do now, in a standing position, so if you've got a back of a chair or something like that so you can steady yourself, all we're going to do is exactly the same movement, but from a standing position. So you're stepping up and moving the hip forward. And again, just do 5 forward circles. Okay, so just use the back of the chair to give yourself steadiness, and that's that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then change sides. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then change sides again. And this time we're going to really open it out. So we're going to go 1, 2, so the opposite direction to what you've just done basically. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good stuff. So the next thing we're going to do then is we're just going to swing the leg out to the side. And again, how's that feeling as you're going through that? Okay? Yeah? Okay. So we're just going to take it out that side now. Just nice and easy. Just 5 swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once you've done 5, same thing again. Point the toes down, point the heels up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Next thing we're going to do, point the toes forward and a lovely straight line swing this time. We're going to do 10 of these. As the leg goes back, make sure you point the toes down. That's really important. You don't open the hip up on this one. 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're getting a little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings as well. Try not to tuck the tailbone under when you're doing this. Try and keep the spine and the back as neutral as you can. So again, you're hinging from the hip. That's it. Just do 10 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the last bit of this mobilization routine now is similar movement, but keeping the leg bent at 90 degrees. So all we're going to do is you can basically stick your thumb into your bum, into the top of your glute muscle here, and just take it back. So it's a hooked leg swing. We're going to do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then swap it over. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.